of just like working out. You know, sex is a workout. So the more sex you have, the more you're working out, and the more exercise and weight and muscle that your booty is gaining. So I guess it has some logic to it. Who knows? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chamira Elaine, for those of you who are new. Literally, this video is so past due. It is so past due, so I do apologize for that, but it is finally here. This is the video where I share with you all of my tips on how I personally got thick. So before we get into this video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am on the road to 500 subscribers. Let's see if we can make it. I've gained so many subscribers within the last week actually, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, make sure you give it a comment, and share this video with your friends, family, whomever, and let's just get into the video. So I do want to make a disclaimer. I am not a nutritionist, I am not a personal trainer, I am not any other ist. I am literally sharing my own experience, what I have personally done and researched. I just want to share with you all my experiences, and I do want to let you all know that it may not be the same for you. I think that's where a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not gonna even say like that's where a lot of people go wrong, but they think that because it happened for me that it can also happen for them. You know, sometimes you just got to do a little bit of research on your own and have your own experience and try things out and try new things. And yeah, so now that that disclaimer is out the way, let's just get into how I got this thick. Okay, this thick. I'm gonna also show y'all, stay tuned for the end of this video, because I'm gonna show y'all how your girl currently looks as far as like my thickness goes. Okay, but that's not until the end of this video. So I have all of my notes on my phone. It's literally so many, and I am just gonna start with the first one. So my first trick to gaining weight, getting thicker, is literally working out. Working out. You cannot skip this step, y'all. I am so sorry for those of you who don't like to work out, or don't enjoy physical activity, or don't enjoy breaking a sweat, or whatever. You can't miss this step, because that's how I gained most of my muscle. So back when I first started working out, I worked out at least 4 days out the week, mostly engaging in exercises that built me muscle. So I did cardio maybe 10 to 20 minutes every time I went to the gym, but it was very limited. So I never spent most of my time at the gym, or majority of my time at the gym, doing cardio. The only reason that was because when I do a lot of cardio, I tend to lose a lot of weight, and that was defeating the purpose. I didn't want to lose weight, I wanted to gain weight, and more importantly, I wanted to gain muscle. So my cardio was literally there in place to slim me down while I was gaining the muscle, which is why I just didn't incorporate it as frequently into my workout regimen as like other things. Workouts tended to last at least an hour, 20 minutes cardio. I would spend 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then 10 minutes doing some sort of running, whether that was on a treadmill or around the track or outside along a path, whichever, to each his own. Some people like to do the elliptical. I never really liked the elliptical. The remainder of my time I would spend lifting weights. The remainder of the time I would spend doing other exercises that allow me to build more muscles. And what I also did when working out, I kept a log of all of the workouts that I did. So if I went to the gym and I did 20 minutes of cardio, and I did 15 glute kickbacks, I did 40 squats, I did 40 deadlifts, and maybe I worked on a little bit of my abs, I would literally keep track of that, and I would probably do the same thing until my body got used to it, and then I would up the rep times. I kept a log of everything that I did when I went to the gym, and then I increased. Literally, you have to increase, because if you don't increase and you stay at the same, you're not going to gain anything, because you're not challenging yourself. You're not challenging yourself to build that muscle, and to become stronger, because that's ultimately what it is. If you're increasing your reps, then you're pushing yourself to the max to be like, okay, muscle, I did 10 of these last time, now let's push to 12, let's push to 15. Your muscle is working and it's getting stronger, and that's what I wanted. For me, I wanted to be that thick, strong kind of, like, you feel me? Honestly, I just kept increasing my rep intake until I got the desired look that I was going for. And once I got that desired look, so right now I am literally where I want to be. This is how I want to look, this is how I want my body to look. And whenever I go to the gym, it's just to upkeep or maintain what I currently have. Every now and again I will like increase my reps and stuff like that, but I'm not trying to gain more muscle. I'm not trying to be thicker. I just want to maintain what I have. So I kind of just keep everything pretty simple when I go to the gym. I make sure that I sweat, I make sure I do some cardio, and I make sure that my muscles are still strong and I'm still getting stronger without looking too bulky, because that's something that I don't want. So that's pretty much what I did on the workout tip. I do have a bunch of videos, maybe like 5 videos, I'm not sure how many for sure, that I actually have on my YouTube channel, and I literally stuck with those workouts like since I even started working out, and I still do those workouts to this day, especially the leg and the butt exercises. And I feel like those really help me, especially if you don't have a gym close to you and you really want to do workouts at home, or if you can't afford the gym, you know. So I would definitely check out the workouts that I do have, because they're so easy, they're so simple, and I do them literally at home because they're so easy and so simple to do at home. So I will link all of those down in the description box below, so you all can check them out. And they're super simple, they can be for beginners, and they're easy to follow along with. So I will link those. But that is literally everything that I did on the workout tip to gain the muscle that I wanted, to make my body look a certain way. Now on to the second tip. The second tip is eating. And I cannot stress this enough. Your body is what you eat. You are what you eat. If that is not a real ass saying, that is so true. You are what you eat. That's really what it is. So if you eat hamburgers, fries, milkshakes, pizza, Thai rice every goddamn day, you're a hamburger, you're a french fry. That's how you're gonna look. That's how your body is gonna treat you. Now, if you want to be treated right, you better eat right. That's just what it is. It's no way around it. You're not going to get the body that you want without eating properly, period. So yeah, for me, I was never the type to drink protein shakes or anything like that to build muscle. I kind of just jumped on the healthy eating train very quickly because hey, Daisy, I know you sleepy, but okay. So a lot of people do ask me, like, how did I start eating healthy? Where do you even start? What foods should you start taking out of your diet and so forth? So for me, I just did a lot of research. I did so much research on just healthy foods, what's actually really good for the body and what's not, what I should be eating, especially when I'm working out and when I'm trying to gain weight. And that's kind of how I started eating healthy, let's just say that. So I just did a bunch of research, honestly. I looked at Pinterest, I googled a lot of information, I even looked at magazines and just everywhere that I can find information on healthy foods, especially for women that work out, because I felt like that was going to be the most beneficial for me in the case that I was in, especially because I was super skinny. I just wanted foods that would help me stay full and then also like help me gain weight, honestly. So from there, I just got really interested in foods that was like good for the body, that I just started eating healthy on a regular basis. So it was never really hard for me to cut out foods that weren't good. First of all, I am not even a picky eater. I'm not a picky eater, and I enjoy trying new foods. So for me, when trying new healthy foods, it wasn't hard because I already like trying new foods, and I can make, I was interested in it enough to be like, okay, well, I have this food that I have in mind. I do want it to taste good, so I'm just gonna try it. And I feel like a lot of people get very lazy where they're just like, okay, well, I want something quick and I want something fast. But a lot of the times healthy food isn't quick or it isn't fast. You have to sometimes prepare it in advance. So a lot of the things that I first started with was I stopped eating pork, I stopped drinking dairy-based milk, I limited my cheese and egg intake, because I found that just for me eating a lot of cheese and egg, I was being bloated a lot, which was causing my stomach to be a lot bigger than what it could have been. I stopped drinking anything but water and coffee. I literally kept drinking coffee because I'm addicted. But like all of the pops and the juices and the lemonades and all of that like fruity stuff that has so much sugar, I just cut completely out of my diet and literally stuck to water, and it has made such a huge impact in my workout journey. I had to stop eating junk food. Now that's the only thing that I can say was really hard for me, because I love hot crunchy curls. Oh my god, I love hot crunchy curls. Like, I love all types of chips. Actually, I can eat chips all day. Candy, it wasn't really hard because I don't really eat candy like that, but chips, it was so hard for me to cut it out of my diet that I was just like, you know what, I'm just have to go cold turkey for a little minute and then like get used to not having it. That way I could start having it every once and again, you feel me? But that was probably the only thing that was like super hard for me to cut out. But I knew the body that I wanted, and I was like, I gotta have it. And hot crunchy curls and Doritos and Takis is not gonna get me there. Hot Cheetos and Takis, hot Cheetos and Takis. I had to cut it out. I had to cut it out, okay? I really had to get in my mind that I'm not fiending for anything. Let's just say that. And let me just say what I mean by that. When I say fiending for something, I mean like, you know how you think like, oh, I really want some pizza, you know, or I'm fiending for a burger, or I'm fiending for some fries with mild sauce, or I'm fiending for that Harold's. It's literally all mental. Once I got that down pack, it was super easy after that. It is literally all mental. You want it. Your mind wants you to want it, right? So it's like your mind really, your stomach now, mind you, the flesh is just hungry for something. You can eat an apple, you can eat a bowl of rice, you can eat some noodles, you can eat anything and the flesh will be satisfied. But the mind is just like, no, you're not just hungry, you're hungry for something specific like the Harold's. And that's where we get it confused. So once I caught hold to my body is just hungry, it just needs nourishment, so I had to really listen to my body and get in tune with my body and understand what my body needed and what it didn't need it. And it is super hard and super time consuming, but it is so well worth it, because you really start to see foods that don't interact with your body well, you know, and foods that satisfy your cravings and all of that. And that was love for me, because it's like, okay, now I started cooking differently because I really like this, and also it's really tasty, and so it just all worked out. Everything that I did was I stopped eating after 8 o'clock, because when I was doing my research, I just found that eating after 8 p.m. the food that you ate really didn't digest well enough, and I started eating a lot of my heavier meals for lunch. So if I had like pasta and stuff like that, or anything with like chicken or fish, I would just eat that during the day, because that's when I burn the most energy, that's when I'm running around the most, I tend to work out and stuff like that. And towards the evening I eat my lighter meals, because it doesn't get digested the same way as your meals do when you're actually on the go and you're burning calories. So I just stopped eating after 8 o'clock, because I knew I wasn't really going to be doing any physical activity after 8 o'clock. It was just going to be doing homework or watching TV and stuff like that. So I just chose to like not eat after 8 o'clock. And if I did eat after 8 o'clock, it was more like fruits and salads and some things that were very lightweight. And then another thing that I want to note too is that I see a lot of people that go on diets, or a lot of people that say like, oh, I can't have that piece of cake, and just completely cut out foods. that don't really do the body any justice and things like that, but it ends up backfiring in the end. So like I see so many people that go on diets, but then like a week into it they're binge eating their favorite foods because they've restricted themselves of the foods that they want for so long. And I've never done that, ever. I've never, the only diet or just any fast that I've ever done was the Daniel fast, and that was a spiritual cleanse, a spiritual fast. It incorporated a eating portion, but it was solely for spiritual purposes only. It was not because I wanted to lose weight or anything like that. I've just never really been into diets and stuff like that because I feel like when you deprive the body of something for so long that you want, when you finally have it, you're gonna overindulge, and that's just not something that I want to do. I want to be able to have the self-discipline to be like, okay, Chamira, you can have a donut whenever you want to, but you can't have 3 donuts. Like, it's not, you can't have 3 donuts in one sitting. Or maybe, you know, you can't even have 3 donuts in a week. So you could choose to say, you could choose to have 1 donut throughout the week. That's fine. So it's like I had to really tell myself, like, you're not restricted of these items at all. You can have them. You can just have them in moderation. So that was just a note that I wanted to share with you all, because I see so many people, or even like people, some people tell me like, oh, I thought you didn't eat that. No, I eat shit. I eat the same shit that y'all eat. I just don't eat it as much. Okay, and moving on to the third tip, which isn't really a tip. I just wanted to include this because it also played a huge role in how I got thick, which is my jeans, y'all. I can't lie, my jeans did play a role. Now, I am not gonna lie, my family is naturally big boned. My dad is super skinny. For those of you who know me and like have met my dad is super skinny. So that's why I grew up super skinny, because I got that part from my dad. But on my mom's side, my family is big boned. Like, that's just how we are. So that I knew that eventually when I grew up, at least I had it in my mind that I would eventually like grow into my woman body, because that's what like the rest of the women in my family did. So I kind of already knew that I was at least gonna get a little bit thick, you know. Like, I didn't think that I was gonna be as thick as the other women in my family because of the genes that I also get from my dad, but I knew that I would eventually grow into whatever body was destined for me. Okay, but I can definitely say the working and the eating now kind of helped shape how like I look today. So don't get that confused. Working out and the eating healthy shaped my body. It helped shape it. Okay, I also think too, like as a woman, like you kind of like, you want to grow into your body so fast. Like, once you're coming out of like middle school and then high school, you're just like, okay, like I want my woman curves, I want my hips, I want this and I want that. And I had to take the time to be like, Chamira, you're gonna grow into that body. Just work on being as strong as possible and as fit as possible, so that when you finally do grow into this body, it's not just like poof, you know. Like, I see so many people that I grew up with and they just like got big, like, and it's because you're growing into your it's like you filling out your form, but you don't work out and you don't eat healthy, so you just get bigger, you know. You just get bigger and bigger and bigger because you're not really doing anything to help you get the physique that you want. So I was glad that before I hit my full potential as far as my woman body, I was working out and I was eating healthy, so that I just didn't like blow up, you know. And I do want to say too, another thing to know is it's really important for you to understand where you gain weight the most on your body. And for me, I gained weight the most in my stomach and in my thighs. And once I knew where I gained the most weight, whenever I would eat or whenever I would do certain things, I would make sure that whenever I'm working out, I'm targeting those areas the most, which is why I do a lot of ab workouts and try to keep my stomach on flat. Okay, so the booty can poke out on what's that. But I make sure that whatever exercises I'm doing, I'm targeting those areas because that's where I just tend to gain the most weight. It's important to understand where you gain your weight the most, which also plays a role in your genetics. So for me, like I said, my family is big boned, especially in the bottom half. So I just didn't want to be out here legs all jiggly and just, I wanted my legs to be thick but still have that nice, like, damn, you got some nice ass thick but still strong and fit legs. That was the look that I was going for. So the not so popular tip, trick, which you know is for my mature audiences only, I actually tried to do a little bit of research on it to actually see if it was true, and I don't even really know if it's true, and I don't even know if I should really mention it in this video, but I do feel like it plays a small part, and that's sex. Like, it sounds a little wonky, but yeah. The research that I did do says that sex helps build the butt muscles. Let's just say that, for women and for men, I think. But for women in particular, this is what it said. It said that certain positions help boost the muscles in the buttocks. Kind of just like working out, you know, sex is a workout. So the more sex you have, the more you're working out, and the more exercise and weight and muscle that your booty is gaining. So I guess it has some logic to it. Who knows? But yeah, so those are all of the things that helped me gain weight or get thick. If you all would like to have a more specific video about workouts, food, or anything like that, make sure you put them down in the description box so that I can check them out and try to film some of you guys' videos. I just hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative, and I hope that I was able to shed light on like my experiences and kind of just like my workout, my fitness journey. If you would like to see, like I said, videos on healthy food ideas and more workout videos, just give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, share this video, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.